I might have fallen off. It was bad. It was really bad. Basically, so just to summarise, is that a good place to put the camera? I'll just hold it. So, I left sixth form 3 years ago. I'm 20 now. I turned 21 in like August, so I was 17 when I left sixth form. And like as soon as I left sixth form, I started different businesses, AI automation. I've done the web design. I've done social media marketing. I've done. Um, that's about it. And now I'm doing obviously the high ticket closing stuff, which is my main thing now, and like basically my full time job. And then I also am doing another business on the side as well, which is like helping online coaches with client acquisition. So I've been about right, and for whatever reason, the past 3 years, I haven't really burnt out once. Like I've gone through periods of time where I've been waking up at 5 a.m., working non-stop, not taking a break throughout the entire day. The only break I would have is doing like boxing or something like a sport, or going to the gym. That would be like my break. When I first started high ticket closing back in August, I was doing my 9 to 5. So I'd wake up, go straight to my 9 to 5, work from 9 through my lunch. I would never take a lunch, or I'd take like a 20-minute lunch, or I'd eat and work at the same time. Finish that at 5:30, drive home, get home for like 6:15, maybe get a bit of food in, start my sales calls at 6:30, and then do that till like 12:30 at night, if not like 1 o'clock, and then get like 6 hours sleep or 5 hours sleep and do the same thing again. I did that for 4 months, from August all the way to December, until I finally went full time in high ticket closing, which was the start of this year when I started filming, and that's when all of that started. And essentially, I don't know if it was like burning out, but I think I just let bad habits like consume me and like overtake my like, yeah, I don't know. But that period of time where I was working really hard for like August to December, the one thing I was doing, I was not exercising, I was not touching grass, I wasn't interacting with anyone. I broke up with my girlfriend for 2.5 years in September, which probably partly played into it. And I was eating like shit, and I put like 15 kg on in like 3 months. I was just eating sweets and like takeaways and just like bullshit, and was just prioritizing work. And I don't know if that's probably like a coming onto it a bit. And then obviously when I went full time with the closing, I started going to the gym more. I started being a bit healthier, but I still wasn't that healthy. But one thing I wasn't doing is I wasn't having breaks. I wasn't really seeing my friends. I wanted to be like, oh, I'm locking in, all of this sort of stuff. And I think that's part of it. I also think because I was doing the closing now, the shifts were like 3 o'clock till midnight. I just had I had like a lack of structure and a lack of discipline. So next thing you know, you start sleeping in more. The diet's not the best. You're not really interacting with anyone because I'm fully remote, and it was just like a downward spiral really. And I was obviously filming on this until probably around Marchish time, maybe March, yeah, about end of March, probably around April maybe. About 2 months ago, I'd say I've had like a 2 month proper like, yeah, this is bad. And even when I was filming and stuff, I wasn't like top productivity. Like I wasn't that top productivity like when I was, waking up at 5 a.m. or doing those like 16-hour days I was doing. Like I knew I could have worked harder, but I just like almost couldn't. So essentially, I was pretty bad for like I haven't been like top of my game this entire year, even when filming this. And then it got to around March April time, where I was like really burnt out and was not doing anything right. I didn't speak to anybody. It got to the point where my cousin like showed up at this house. I was living with my granddad and was like, mate, like what's going on? Like no one's spoken to you in like 6 weeks. Like this, we're all like worried. So I had like an intervention. And the day before that, I had an intervention from one of my friends as well, and my business partner, who like called me up and was like, mate, what's wrong with you? You need to sort yourself out. And essentially, like when I get into these states where like I'm not doing well, I mean, this is like the worst it's happened, but like I think it's like happened like before in like mini segments, you know what I mean? Even if it's just like for a day. But when I get into these things where like I'm not eating good, I'm not going out, I'm not doing these good things, I don't feel good about myself, and I want to like hide away from the world. It's really like weird, and I just don't really want to like interact with anyone because I'm just like not in a good headspace. But anyway, like the past 2 months, I've been like climbing out of it slowly. Like I've been sorting out the diet. I've lost like 10 kg, so my diet's like super clean right now. Probably the best I've been on my diet, arguably ever. I'm really locked in on it. I also had a break as well, which I think is the main thing I needed. I went to Scotland with my two friends. It was like this nice house. We had a river, a sauna. I was doing like cold plunge, doing all these things. I was literally drinking the entire time as well, which probably doesn't help. But I was just having fun, you know what I mean? I like came back and I was like, that was such good memories, and I needed that. That was the first break I've had all year, bear in mind, and that was like the middle of May. So I had worked without a single break for like 5 and a bit months, and I hadn't like really seen any friends or anything like that, other than like once or twice earlier in the year. And yeah, it made me like realize, okay, I want to get back to main productivity, but every other week, if I miss a weekend and go and spend some time with my friends, or I go do an activity, and I don't mean going out drinking and all this, I mean going out and flipping, climbing a mountain, or go to the beach, or go do this thing or that thing, or play paddle or whatever, play around a golf, like I can start doing that more, and that's actually going to help me be more productive, but also just enjoy my life as well, which I wasn't prioritizing. So yeah, I've learned a lot from it. I'm back now. I'm feeling very good. I've lost a ton of weight. I'm eating clean. I also, in conjunction or in connection with that like rut that I was in, I was obviously still doing the high ticket closing, and I was literally performing the worst I ever had. My close rate was like 7%, or like no, it was like 0%. So it got really bad for like April was probably like the main month, like it was really bad. And then like the first half of May it was like bad. And I then got to like the first half of May, and my sales calls, I was still, bear in mind, like I wasn't just in bed the entire time. I was still working, I was still doing things, like, but I was just in like a little shell basically because I work remotely anyway. So I was still working, and it got to like midway through May, and I was like, I was still doing my sales calls, and I was still trying to figure out like where am I going wrong and stuff like that. And to be honest, like I didn't think I was going like my sales calls are good. Like I know what to say. I'm actually good at sales, but my close rate was terrible, right? Like I say the right things, I ask the right questions, I unpack the right things, all of that stuff. And I've got a long way to go, but that stuff I'm good at, like the actual ability of sales. But what I was going wrong at is my energy, because I was like so in such like a depressive way and not in a good way with myself. My energy on calls was terrible, and I genuinely came across like a serial killer on my calls because I was just like so straight faced asking all these like questions. And little did you know, my close rate was like 0% until like the 11th of May. So for like the first like 3rd of May, I'd not closed a single deal. And I got to like the 11th of May, and I was like, you know what? This is the last thing that I can think of that I need to change my sales calls to bring this back, is to just improve my energy and just to be excited on every call and jump on. So at this point, I'm now eating cleaner, I'm exercising more, I'm seeing friends a bit more. That's when I went to Scotland, and I came back like fully rejuvenated. And since that point, during May, it's now obviously June now. So the second half of May, just through making that one switch, my close rate went from 0% to 50%, the highest it's ever been, higher than the founder of the companies. I made 2.5 grand in like less than 2 weeks, which is like the most money I've ever made. And I absolutely like smashed it. So, bit of a comeback story. I also made like 1.3 grand in a day, which is the most I've ever made in a day, and then the other closes were spread out. And I made 2.5k only doing like, I had like, what was it, like 16 sales calls or 15 sales calls, and I close, or maybe I don't know, 16 sales calls, and I closed like 8 of them or something, in like a 2 week span. So I literally only spent like, I only did like 10 hours work in 2 weeks and made like 2.5 grand, which is pretty crazy. It's not like exactly like that, but that's the amount of time I spent on calls. You have to do other stuff as well, but yeah, I kind of brought it back pretty crazy. And it then got to a point where, because I was getting so many wins and everything, and people in like my community and stuff like that could see that I was doing well on like these online communities that I'm in with sales, I've now got an offer to get on an even bigger offer or business that has 7 other closers. They've just started. The guy that is the personal brand that we're doing it for is massive. It's a sales team of 7 people. The company's scaling it, know what they're doing. They've scaled multiple different offers before, and I've now got this opportunity at the best offer. So even though I've made some all right money, the calls were so low. I said to the offer owner that I was on before, look, let me go and take this new offer. There's more. They're actually going to have more calls for me. It's a bit more volume, and you're always there. If you can get the volume up, I'm always happy to come back. But I've taken that leap now, and I'm now on a brand new offer. Haven't started yet. I'm literally getting ramped up. I should be probably starting sales calls probably tomorrow, maybe later today, but I think tomorrow. And yeah, it's a big step up. I'm excited for it. Bit of a comeback story, and now I'm back filming as well. So Bob's your uncle. Before I actually go, I will say. So anyway, let's just. You got the update, right? That's me. My bad for falling off. Pretty embarrassing, but it happens. I think I'm going to be able to prevent it from happening that badly again. And I think I've learned a crazy amount during that fall off stage, and it just adds more to the storyline, right? So, plan is, I'm going to go to the gym now, smash out the gym. I'm on this cut. So, I'm trying to be healthy and all of this sort of stuff. Going to go to the gym, get some cardio in, try to get 10k steps on the treadmill. Might do some boxing cardio as well. It's a push day, chest, shoulders, triceps. And then I'm going to go to the shops, get some food, and come back, and then it's just lock in, work, get ramped up on this new offer. Cool. Just had a gym session. Honestly, probably the best gym session I've had in ages. It's a brand new gym. It was my first day going, and I think it's probably a bit of like, because it's brand new, I've got all these new machines I can go on, but it's just a bit of there's a better energy in there. There's those just roided out bodybuilders and shit like that, which makes it a bit more enjoyable. And yeah, my strength is so shit. Sorry about this tune. My strength is shit just because of obviously cutting and everything, but I hit everything I wanted to, and honestly, like I went and had a little check at the pump in the mirror, and I'm starting to have a little bit of shape. Starting to get there. Still rocking a bit of a lesbian sort of build, but overall we're getting there. But yeah, what's next? Good. Yeah, I literally just ordered. I just walked down to, you can't even see it, Pepe's Peri Peri. Got 5 chicken wings, 5 chicken tenders, grilled chicken. It's basically pure protein. So I'm gonna go home, eat that, and then get some work done. Essentially, I think I'm gonna do some work for my own business first. Then I'm gonna do some stuff for the sales. Then I'm gonna go on a walk. Then I'm gonna come back and do more work. So that's the plan. It's also part of the comeback. Essentially, before I eat any, so I haven't eaten a single thing today, and I've just had a gym session, and it's like 3:20, which is pretty unusual to be fair. Essentially, I'm resetting my gut and fixing my gut health, which is hopefully going to fix my skin. I think it's already been working. So every day I start off by eating this and this, and then I'll wait half an hour and have I'm having like one big meal. So I have, in like half an hour, I'll then have all that chicken and stuff like that. But I might need more food. I was looking at the calories of that. I was thinking it was going to be something like 1,000 calories, like 150 grams of protein or something. Because it's like 5 chicken wings, 5 chicken tenders or whatever. But it's like 400 calories and then like 100 grams of protein or something like that. So I might need some more food. But yeah, that's the plan. Going to get this down, do some work on my business, kind of plan out the rest of the day, and then start prepping for this new role as well. Then I'm going to probably go on a walk. And yeah, I may start doing sales calls for this new offer today. I'm waiting for the offer owner to get back to me, or the sales manager, so we'll see what happens. Out on a quick walk, gonna get to that 10,000 steps a day. That's also what I've been doing, 10k steps a day. Yeah, I've had some food, did some work, then had a call as well, just still getting onboarded. On my calendar is open now, so I should be expecting calls for the new offer that I'm on. I also had a coaching call as well. And yeah, I had my food's like not reacting too well. I got like hot at Pepe's, and I think it was a bit of a shock to the system, to be honest. Had about 3 shits since then, and then on the walk out I had like some cheddar cheese. Bit of a weird snack, but it seemed to be, that's not reacting well. I think it's mixing in with the Pepe's and forming some sort of acidic mixture in my stomach. So probably gonna have a terrible shit when I get back, but we'll keep moving forward for now. But yeah, gonna walk around, 10k steps, then I don't know what the plan is. Get back and then just do a load of work getting onboarded onto this offer. And I'm going to put a post on social media as well. Wait, this guy behind me is so quick at walking. He's done like the long way and he's already behind me. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up my walk, get back, get some work going, finish up for the day. That's the plan. Birmingham does have a bad rep, relatively justified, but you wouldn't think you get places like this in Birmingham. This is pretty decent for Birmingham. And this is genuinely like, this is like outskirts-ish of Birmingham, but it's like probably 1 mile away from one of like the worst estates in Birmingham. Maybe like 1.5 miles away, but it's kind of like pretty hidden away. And then it's also like probably about 5-10 miles away from the city centre. But look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wakey wakey. I've put you in a mob. Sorry about that. Whoa. It is the next day. Things have been good. My stomach is still really hurting. And I need to unload, but it's not happening yet. Hopefully this coffee will help with that. Don't know why I'm so open and honest about my, yeah. Anyway, but I tried to do, I've had a few small shits, and, you know, I haven't really felt satisfied afterwards. I know there's plenty more to come from, so just waiting for that. But anyway, next day, slept all right. Gonna go do some boxing, some cardio at the gym. Probably get some steps in as well. Basically, like, I've been cutting for this holiday, so I'm trying to get shredded. I've got like 4 weeks left. I'm nowhere near where I want to get to. I know what weight I am. Like, I know what weight I need to get to where I look like basically I've got a 6-pack, and I've got to lose another like 8 kg in 4 weeks, which is like 2 kg a week, which is pretty mental. To be fair, it's probably more like 6. So I've got like 1.5 kg to lose per week the next 4 weeks. So I'm plateauing though, and I'm in a massive calorie deficit. I think I'm like going too extreme and it's like plateaued me essentially. But I'm gonna just start trying to do some aggressive cardio to like shock the system and get some more weight loss going. But as for that, I feel very good. Like, I just feel high energy. I know I look probably pretty tired now because I am tired, but I just feel high energy. I feel motivated. I feel ready to go. Did an Instagram post like late last night, and it's already got like 50 likes, which for me is like, it's got like 1,500 views, which is like okay, but it's doing alright. It's doing like, in terms of engagement for views, 50 likes and like 1,500 views is pretty good for me. So yeah, that's good as well. And yeah, I'm gonna do a little morning routine now, read the Bible, sort myself out, and then get over to the gym. And then I think plan for today is, yeah, go gym, come back, get like showered and everything, and then I think I'm gonna just go to like a little Starbucks or something, be a little woke vegan, whatever, and get a little coffee and sit there and work. I think something about working remotely, I just don't want to be inside all day, so I'm gonna go working from a Starbucks, do all like continue to get ramped up onto this new offer, and then come back for around 3 o'clock, make some Instagram content, maybe go on another walk, do more work, post this video, and then, don't know what the plan is for the end of the day, but that should do. And then I might have some calls this evening. So far I've got 1 call booked, and that's tomorrow for this new offer. I'm slowly getting ramped up, so it's not going to be anything crazy for the first like sort of week or two. But as soon as I can get a few closes through the door, then we can get me fully ramped up and rocking and rolling, mate. So that's the plan. Right, rocking up to the gym now. Oh shit! I remember I parked up at the gym and I didn't do like my license plate thing. Oh fuck! Oh mate, it's 100 quid gone. Anyway, watch this. One thing about me, I'll never readjust when I park. Go on mate, just go, you twat. Oh, got some elderly woman. Alright, I'm just parking. You can stop being a weirdo. one swing in. That's all you need, mate. But anyway, I don't know what I'm waffling about. Gonna go and try and fix this custard gut, get some cardio in. Shut up, my car's playing up. But yeah, my stomach's hurting. My stomach's like, I think I'm ready to have a huge shit, so it's not the best timing ever. It's like, oh, my stomach. It's that peri-peri headbanger. I knew I shouldn't have had that, but it was worth it. Yeah, I need a shit bad. Alright, a lot's going on. I probably shouldn't have picked up a camera. Oh, mate, that was a good session. Literally just did like 35 minutes on like incline treadmill, which was like 5,500 steps or something like that. Did like 3 kilometers, burnt like 300 calories doing that. And then I stepped off the treadmill and genuinely felt like I was on 1 HP. I was so lightheaded because obviously I'm doing a pretty aggressive cut. Oh, my trim is sick as well. But I haven't eaten today, so I just felt like I was gonna die and like faint. Just felt like fucking, like my head just went all lightheaded. I would never faint though. You'll never catch me fainting, but got a little electrolyte drink, which got me from like 1 HP to back to like 60 HP probably. And then trained a bit of arms and then did like 5 minutes on the boxing bag. Used to box all the time, so it's good to know I've still got it. But I'm going to do more boxing moving forward, but my cardio is terrible. And my shoulders were like dead from yesterday, so I was like, I'll do little 5 minutes on it, get out of breath and do one. So, pretty successful day. Hopefully this means I can break past the plateau of cutting. Yeah, total I've just done 6,000 steps already today. Going to do another 4,000 later. So I think the plan is now get back, get a shower in, make myself look presentable, go to Starbucks, and then just do like 3 hours of work. For some reason, I've never like worked in a cafe before, but I just have a feeling if I go and sit in Starbucks, I'm going to be way more productive, and I don't really know why. Just get a little Americano and sit in there and work. Something about it just screams to me like I'm going to do something. I'm just going to do something. So that's the plan. Usually have a few tarts working there as well, so who knows. But yeah, pretty exhausted, but feeling, again, just feeling really good at the moment. This clean diet, it's just the food, just eating so clean. The only thing I need to like properly fix up is my sleep. My sleep's not like perfect yet. But yeah, let's go. By the way, it's like 11 minutes past 1 right now. I never really say the time, but if you wanted to know. Bye. Change of plan, I'm actually going to rock up to Lidl. Whilst it's still quiet, I may as well just get shopping done and all this random admin shit, so. But this is what I'm talking about, by the way. It's easy. Just one little swoop in. There's never no need for readjusting, and I bet you that's a perfect park as well. Perfect. And I know that's an easy spot, but trust me, I'll have 2 lorries either side of me and I'll still get in every time. I've never readjusted in 3 years of driving. Oh, shut up. Trip successful. I usually go to Aldi. Aldi and Lidl are probably my 2 go-tos. I'd say Lidl is better than Aldi, but Aldi's just nearer to where I live. But honestly, Lidl's bakery, every time I walk past that, it's too tempting. But yeah, the only issue with Lidl though is you have to walk around with these massive trolleys. And I don't know what it is. It's probably like some toxic masculinity stuff, but I hate like strolling around a little trolley. Like one of these little hand ones that you like roll around. I just feel like an absolute gimp. So, yeah. Anyway, 2 rump steaks, lamb leg steaks, cheddar cheese, which I'm going to have today, and then a bag of ice. That's basically the diet. I mean, that's pretty much like 1 day's worth of food, really. I've also got some pepper as well. And that cost me 20 quid, which is a bit mental. Obviously steak's expensive, but that's like the cheapest steak you can get. But today I'm going to have some beef mince with like cheddar cheese and basically going to make burgers, but without the bread. And then I'm going to probably have, like that. I'm going to have a full pack of beef mince, so that will probably literally be it. And then I don't know what else I'm going to have.
probably that. And then the ice is just for one thing that I've been doing as well, as I've been having like sparkling water, lemon, salt for like the electrolytes, like Celtic sea salt, and then having that in sparkling water with ice, and then I'll just have the sparkling water, which like kind of fills you up more. It's got like bubbles in, and I'll just chew on the ice. Mate, I'm locked in. Probably starving myself though, so it's one of those ones. I'm gonna start tracking my calories as well and see if they're like not stupidly low. Make sure they're like all right, like somewhat all right. But yeah, anyway, gonna head back now, get a shower, then go to Starbucks, I think, and work from there, and then come back, eat, walk, more work, go to sleep probably. I'm gonna post this video as well. I need to do the content stuff, yeah. Alright, we'll figure it out. I haven't even left Lidl yet. Some guy just drove past me, told me to put my window down and told me I've got cheese on my window. I just left a full block of Parmesan on there. I forgot about that. I also just like take bites off that as well. A bit weird, but I like it, I'll be honest. But anyway, that's probably top 3 most embarrassing things, but game's a game. He was a Villa fan, so, you know, looking out for me. I appreciate it.
It's 8:15 now, and I am feeling knackered, which I think is a good thing, but I just can't be asked to do anything. What I've done, so I think the last time I probably filmed was like 5 o'clock-ish, around that point. Since then, I cooked up some food, had beef mince and with like cheddar cheese on top. It's basically, yeah, I've already said this, but it's basically a burger. It sounds weird, but it's alright. It's like 1,500 calories and 150 grams of protein. The beef was like a week out of date, but it was alright. So that's the food for the day. I don't even think I'm gonna eat again. I do feel hungry. I feel like, I don't know what I feel like. I think my stomach's still playing up a little bit from the peri-peri chicken that I had yesterday. But yeah, so then I had some food. I then had a coaching call, which was really good, very insightful. And then I went on a walk for like 45 minutes, called a few friends, one of the guy that's in high ticket sales, and I just gave him a kick up the ass for a little bit, and then one of my business partners as well, because I still run my own side business, which is just at the beginning stages. It's still not blown up yet, but we're getting our first client onboarded on now, like first actual paying client, which is good, and I'm responsible for the sales side of things, but our Instagram account got banned. We were running ads and we were messaging people, and it was working. There were a lot of distractions along the way and things that I deviated time to, which I shouldn't have, but I'm now building up the other account, and it's just annoying because we have no followers. So when you try and DM people on Instagram to try to pitch them and you have 0 followers, it's a challenge. But yeah, now what's left on the to-do list, I do have it on my calendar. I need to do a video for like my Instagram and TikTok. I then need to do a bit more work ramping up on this offer for my first sales call tomorrow as well. I then need to do some work for my side business, a little like refine the CRM that we have and stuff like that. And then I need to edit and post this YouTube video, and then that takes me to 11:45, and then I'm just going to chill out for like 45 minutes, get into bed for 12:30, and then read for an hour and fall asleep anywhere from 12:30 to 1:30 and wake up at 9:30. Trying to get at least 8 hours. That's like my last final piece of the puzzle of like my health and focus, is to fix my sleep, and that's partly why I feel knackered now. I did have a coffee at like 3 o'clock. But yeah, what else is nothing really. Just feel knackered. I need to do this post now. I can't be asked. This is the thing. I don't mind like yapping and acting like an idiot on YouTube because like no one really sees it. But the issue with Instagram is I can see that like my hometown mates and stuff like that see it, and you pretend like it doesn't get to you, but it does, and you're putting yourself out there, and I cannot be asked to do it. And I'm like, everything in my head is saying, fuck, what are these people gonna? These people gonna fucking take the piss? What are these people gonna say? All of this bullshit. But I've already done like 150 posts, and those posts are like me way fatter in like a dark room, looking like greasy and horrible, being like, I've had 5 calls today and none of them showed up and I didn't make any money. And I did that for like 150 times. and all my mates saw that, and I could see on like some of the videos like they'd been like shared 15 times. And that's just, I assume all my hometown mates send it to each other taking the piss. But it was actually stimulating the growth, so that my posts were getting like 2K views and I was doing like 3 posts a day for a little bit, and then it kind of slowed down when I think they realised that I wasn't going to stop, and then I took a break, so I did stop, but that wasn't to do with them, and now it's just been like a hunch getting back, so I'm like, you get those thoughts building back up in your head again, but you got 2 options. Are you going to let that stop you from actually going ahead and doing what's best for you and your future and building a life for yourself, or are you going to live the rest of your life worrying about what other people think, who then their opinions are people that you don't actually care about? So a little bit of motivation, but yeah, that's the plan. So gonna go do this video now. Let's do it. All right, bye.